I think this was cool.
Alright, I want Long and Tony at the same table. Tony was already there, so Long, you have to move. You know,
I was fine.
I know. Long, you can't be over there.
You learn about the space again?
I don't want more than two. Besides Long, we have to decide whether it's gonna be Anthony or Dylan.
Yeah. The first choice, maybe, then they can go in. Yeah, but you're not.
If I see you with Putty, any time until after 7:30.
I think it's you're right. Yeah. I'm not.
You get out of your chair, anymore, I'm gonna be out of your chair, looking at something boring. Not even the thermometer.
He specifically asked. He said it. No.
Let me drink it. What's your germs?
Yeah, I have homework.
Okay, as long as you work on your homework, I can do whatever you need to do. But if Johnson or Diana or me catch you not doing homework, then I'm gonna break your iPad over my knee, okay?
Yeah.
But you will get super trouble.
I will be daycare.
Sammy's not, I read a lot.
Less than yesterday, but more than normal.
It's so.
Rubbing it makes it worse, but. Follow the line.
Oh, yeah.
I think that was one that wasn't super important. Like, they didn't actually go, like, land on the moon with that one, but I have took Apollo 8 and 9 and 10 near the moon, I think.
Jackson.
Apollo 13 tried to go to the moon, but they had problems, so they came home. They thought they were gonna die, but they survived. Smart and tough and polite. They're like an oxygen tank that exploded. Apollo 13, the moon one that exploded and they survived. We're talking about spaceships that exploded and they died. None of the Apollo ones exploded like that, but some of the space shuttles exploded because the space shuttles were honestly kind of a mess. Like, here's a life lesson. You guys know what the word over-engineered means? Don't do that. Hey, you can tell me what it means to kind of be over-engineered. What, yeah. Like, the space shuttle could have been really cool and great if only the engineers and the scientists had worked on it, but Congress and the Pentagon and the CIA all like got into the scientists and engineers. They were like, we need you to have this, we need this, and this and that. And like, so they kept adding stuff to it. So it was so overcomplicated. It was actually the most dangerous space vehicle and most expensive one ever, like,
And it exploded.
it exploded twice.
No.
It only had like 200 missions and it exploded, no, it had like 100 missions, it exploded twice, so it's like a 2% failure rate. Like if there's like a car or a plane, so like anything that had like a 2% failure rate, it would be recalled. But since they already spent so much money building it, they used it for like 35 years. But they use it less than they planned. They originally were like, we're gonna use the space shuttle like dozens of times a year, but after they kept having accidents, they started using it on like once a year. You guys want to keep learning about space or you want to learn about something else? I know yesterday when you guys said you want to learn about what old Hitler is up to. Alright, let's take a vote. Who wants to learn about space? Nobody. Who wants to learn about Hitler? 2. Who wants to learn about Asian history?
But didn't you already learn about?
Yeah, we learn about history, but honestly, we're gonna learn about what was involved, because I learned it's pretty big deal. And now we have a lot of complicated problems still. I'll tell you guys about something interesting that involves both Hitler and Asian history. If you guys will actually pay attention and listen, not like back long, sit up straight, sit up straight. I'll let you keep your eyes closed if you sit up straight. If you sit up straight, lay down, keep your eyes closed. Just be like this. No, be like this. I have the same problem, Mom. I was here at the temple. I doubt it. Alright. Okay, I don't take them out though. They don't do that. They're not dating anymore. Yeah. Alright, I guess we're not gonna learn about anything. Alright, anyway. So, you guys know. You guys know about. You guys know about this, right? Alright, Long, do you want me to move you? Alright, so this was originally, so Anthony, what do you think? Alright, we're not gonna learn about this, too bad, it was gonna be really interesting. Yes, I was tired. You don't, okay, so you know why in so many different cultures, and why that figures it? Why is it? Yeah, sure. Here's an easy answer. I'll get you more cool stuff relating to the history and all that. Since you guys are ready to clown around, I'll just give you something boring.
No.
I'm gonna give you guys one more chance not to clown around. And Long. Sit down. Okay. Give me that thing. I want you to play with it. Yeah, put your hands to yourself. I want you guys to touch each other. Put something. Anthony.
That's one side of Harambe. Oh, they are Harambe.
He's re-entered Harambe. He's not the original.
They didn't want it.
He's Harambe Stevens.
No, it's Harambe Junior.
He's Harambe Stevens.
No, it's Harambe.
Anyway. Anthony, you need to sit down. We're not gonna learn about it. Why is he even here to know where he knows? Know that your eyes are red. Alright, we're gonna learn all the cool stuff while you're gone though. Alright, so anyway. One of the, have you guys ever seen Indiana Jones before? Yeah. You know how like the old Indiana Jones movies, not the same Disney ones, but the original ones, he was always fighting Nazis. Do you guys know why an archaeologist would fight Nazis? Why does it make sense? You wanna know? There's a real reason why.
I didn't know, so.
It doesn't even have to lie.
All neighbors. What is? We all are making the sound of music in the street, the silence of.
The incredible Hulk broke it, but we fixed it. Tony, you got the new one.
We are all neighbors.
Show me too. Alright. it is one.
We celebrate the love.
I'm watching.
Okay, you think I did it?
And
We are all neighbors.
Yeah, you shit, it goes on the way, bro.
1, 2,
I had to tell you about Indiana Jones, you might have done it without me, because it made me.
yeah. So Indiana Jones, those movies, there's a real story behind why he goes by the Nazis. Because in the early 20th century, when the Nazis were in power, and even a little bit before they came to power, when they were trying to get power. Do you know what happened before World War II? Well, yeah, but what Anthony says the important parts.
Whoa, revolutionary.
Well, technically, all of history from like dinosaurs and Big Bang all happened before World War II. But I'm not going to specific thing. We'll talk about it another time. Okay, sure. Anyway, you have to raise your hand. Why?
Say that over here.
Did you raise your hand? No, that was long. If there's anything important, Ray needs to know social learning. Anyway. So, after World War One, there was like this really, like during World War One, Germany fought against, America, the British Empire, and the French. But in World War One, Germany wasn't a Nazi. They were just honestly like regular countries. When it happened, it was basically just regular countries having a regular war over like regular stuff that normally happens, like big countries that fight over resources, like all the big imperial powers have already taken over a bunch of, how the European countries like Britain and France like took over all these other places like Vietnam and Africa and stuff for decades. Yeah, their empires, yeah, long.
How come you guys are heard of the red Europe, even though we speak English, but they're called the main city English.
Because they're right next to her. Anyway. So. All like Germany got into the empire game after France and England. So France and England already had all the best places to take over, because all these powerful countries were taking over places so they could get resources, whether it was like special foods like spices or tea, or whether it was like stuff you could build stuff with, like steel or coal or copper or gold or silver, diamonds or emeralds or whatever cool stuff, or like rubber trees. Anyway, Germany wanted to do some of that, but they kind of got into the game late. And so that was really pretty much like one of the main causes of World War One. There's a bunch of other causes, but I'm not going to bore you guys with all of it. Well, let me just get to the end of World War One. Basically, when World War One ended, they didn't ever declare like victory. Nobody really declared victory or surrender or anything. They had what they called an armistice. which means a ceasefire, right? So the only reason World War One ended is because the Allied powers, which was like Britain, France, and America, and the Central Powers, which was Germany and some other ones, I don't remember well, Austria, Hungary, etc. They declared a ceasefire, but nobody really won or lost. But once they declared a ceasefire, and they went to go like write all the paperwork about who got what at the end of the war to like settle stuff. Then they declared that Germany was the loser, and that they moved Germany, paid all kinds of money, get rid of the military, and they were basically like, Germany, you're losers, and Germany hates you, we owe everybody a bunch of money, and you're not allowed to have a military anymore, and your people have to be ashamed of themselves.
No, it was just made off it of good.
So that's what started his villain arc. And back then, he was like a regular dude, but he was a soldier in the army in World War One. And after World War One, you know, he was pretty bitter about it. He was like, man, I really hate that we got treated so bad after the war. And it was just supposed to be a ceasefire. We didn't really lose. And so the main way he came to power is a lot of other Germans were mad about the same thing. So he was just kept being like, yeah, we really got treated bad by this whole treaty at Versailles. It's called, because there's a special town in France where they did paperwork called Versailles. He was like, yeah, the treaty of Versailles was different over there, and he blamed the Jews for it. He blamed all kinds of other people to get fight for it. He was like, what we need to do is, we need to stop. You guys seem like you're planning about something. All right, he was like, the reason that we lost, or we didn't even really lose, but we let them defeat us is because we got stabbed in the back, and because we had all these weak people within our government and stuff. And he was like, we need to get back to all of the stuff that makes us strong. And he got into this theory that a lot of people at the time had. You guys, I know Anthony had to study it. You guys know about the Aryans? All right, Anthony, tell everybody else person at the table about it. So it's really Indian, but they were kind of Indian, but they kind of weren't.
Where is that? That's very
Sam, you know,
What? Do I know what?
yeah, you know how to say beautiful in, what is it? In Russian, beautiful in. I'm sorry, right now.
Beautiful and what?
Russian.
Okay.
What is underdog? What is this knows what
Yes,
Alright, well, anyway, from like, there was like this ethnic group that stretched all the way from Eastern Europe, all the way to India, that were nomads. You guys remember nomads, right? For nomads, and they had, you know, chariots and horses. They were really good at chariots and horses, like a lot of nomads. They moved around a lot, and they spread their language and culture around a lot of places. And they were pretty, like, powerful and stuff. But they were thousands of years ago. They were really mysterious. So a lot of different people claim that they're the descendants of the Aryans. And in reality, probably a lot of different people are. And it kind of doesn't really matter. But the Germans, they had this whole thing where they were like, we're the true Aryans, and that makes us better than everyone else. And well, that's the Germans thought, but that's actually not true. Like Anthony said, a lot of Aryans are in India because it was like an ethnic group that was all the way from Eastern Europe to India. They kind of occupied like a whole big area, so they weren't. Some of them were probably blonde, but a lot of them were also like dark haired. Like I'm right now, they were nomadic people that lived in Central Asia, South Asia, and it's pretty important thousands of years ago. And a lot of languages and like cultural myths and religion and stuff go back to them. And so that's why Hitler was like, we're gonna claim that we're the true Aryans, and that makes it England. Anyway, hey. Anyway, I'm gonna skip ahead to how this begins. We'll circle back to the Aryan thing. It all connects. Anyway, so whenever the Germans were trying to figure out how to become powerful and ground themselves again, they started coming up with that kind of story, but they also were like, feeling a lot. Yeah, don't let Dylan get in trouble.
Sorry,
Alright,
I'm not gonna let you go anymore.
anyway, so in Indiana Jones, what he's trying to do is get all these powerful magical artifacts, right? In both of the movies, the beginning of the movie or like the whole movie, he's trying to get like these powerful ancient artifacts, these ancient temples and stuff, right? That's a real thing that Nazis were doing in the early 20th century, because they wanted to be powerful. They went to all these ancient places and they tried to find ancient secrets and stuff that would relate to the ancient Aryans, because they thought that that would help them. But also B, they were trying to get like ancient artifacts that they thought had some kind of special magic that helped them win the war and whatever, they'd be strong. Alright, Anthony,
I don't think I was.
we'll help you with your, yeah. Rehearsal means like when you practice something before. Whenever they like basically practiced it by doing everything that they would do in the real, except like taking them. Like a dress rehearsal, it doesn't just mean like the spaceship, but it's like a dress rehearsal for like a wedding. It's like when everybody comes to the wedding in their outfits, but the wedding doesn't actually happen. Or if it's like a play, everybody comes to like the theater, and practices the play in their costumes, but the play doesn't actually happen. So basically like the same thing. So we got the spaceship and the astronauts and all the teams ready, but it didn't actually take off.
I'm so. Okay, thank you.
Alright, so anyway, yeah, so they took this swastika symbol because that symbol does exist, not just in Asia, but also in Europe. It exists in a lot of cultures. And they were like, well, this symbol is powerful, this symbol will bring us good luck. So they took a bunch of other stuff too. Like for instance, long. Do you remember a long time ago? Yeah, they took the Roman salute from the Romans because they were like, the Romans are strong, so we want to copy that from them. Sit down. Long, do you remember forever ago I told you that there was like an important Roman guy named Longinus? Alright, so Longinus, do you remember who he was? Yeah, okay, when Jesus was on the cross, like already like dead, there was like a Roman dude who his job was to like poke him with a stick, with a spear and make sure he was dead. And that spear that Jesus was poked with after he was dead, there's all kinds of legends about that spear being magical. So over thousands of years, people have like tried to find that spear. Like in like the Middle Ages. What? Well, there's a couple ones that people say are the real one, but we don't know which one of those two are actually the real one. But well, there's only one real one, but there's two that people say might be the real ones. We don't know. It's been thousands of years. But one of them, like, was important. You guys know what the Crusades were? The Crusades were whenever a bunch of European Christians went to what's modern day Israel and fought the Muslims because the Muslims were there and they wanted to be Christians. Yeah, it's Christians and Muslims and Jews fought over that place a lot for thousands of years. And these guys great and anyway, while the Christians were fighting the Muslims, like they had like a story where like an angel came to some king and told him where the Lance of Longinus, the Holy Spear, was, and like, you know, they say they found it. Anyway, Hitler tried to find that. He went to Tibet, the Holy Land of Tibet. You guys ever heard there's like a Tibetan story that there's a hidden kingdom in the Himalayas where there's like a bodhisattva who's in charge. This number, it's the Tibetan Buddhists believe in it. They call it Shangri-La or Shambhala. Anyway, the Nazis tried to find it because they were like, we want to find out what secret palace are in this secret. That's not true. That's the kingdom. And they were just going everywhere. They wanted to find all the different magic and holy stuff from around the world, not just Christian holy magic stuff, Buddhist magic and all that stuff, Hindu magic and holy stuff. They were really just trying to, like, just like in the Indiana Jones movie, they really did try to get all kinds of magic and holy powerful artifacts. And that's why they wanted to do that, and that's why they got a hold of that Holy Lance. And that's why they went to Tibet and went all over the Himalayas. Yeah, they did, but the British stole it back, and, you know,
Wait, what happened to it?
it's a museum now.
The real one? The snake?
Well, like I said, there's two that they think are the real ones, that we can claim are the real ones. We don't know which one of them, but I'll show you. Hey, stop, right here, you just.
No, it looks like,
Not the,
Evil.
not the.
No, it's like-
I'll call this other name.
Evil.
Yeah, there's like an item in the anime, Evangelion, that's what is it, it's called the same thing. Alright, well, here's like a painting of it happening. But yeah, here we go.
how come the other two are black? These are white.
What is painting?
Yeah, they're black, so it's still not black.
Well, he's super pale because he's already dead, and he still has his color because they're right here. Like I just said, he died on the cross and they stabbed him with the spear. The Christians, not everybody, so the Christians believe 3 days later he came back from the dead because he was powerful. Yeah, that's Easter. But anyway, yeah, they have that, the Nazis had that layout, and the British actually stole it back, where they were like, if you steal it back, it's probably not the real reason the Nazi lost, but I'm sure it did help. Here. Yeah, basically everybody in the world gave up on science. That's also. But also, I would say one of the main reasons they lost is because where they hated Jews so much, they made all the Jews either leave or they killed them. And a lot of Jews were really good scientists, though, like Einstein and Oppenheimer and Heisenberg. Actually, no, Heisenberg. Yeah, more or less.
And.
Thank you for putting water in yourself. But anyway, if you had changed all the views out of this country, you probably could have been at the atomic bomb press, and they would have won. He really didn't like him though. Because he blamed him for moving. What are you guys doing? Sit down, do you read it? Why do you listen to that? Take your time. Alright, what do you guys want to learn about now? I'm bored of talking about that.
How about Adolf?
Literally,
Or I might not be student, I might not be so.
Because he's like, and then I'm gonna be able
I'm gonna cut it.
to eat it once.
Actually, that's not great, that's so you.
But that's why
It's funny.
That's not.
Yeah. But it's just, I need to get held back. But I'm just trying to get held back.
Summer school when you go to school, the summertime instead of being on break all the time.
Dang.
What school do that?
Like a lot of it. I went to summer school once when I was in 10th grade. It was actually pretty fun. Like you're not supposed to like it, but I like it. Cause there's less kids, so we can hang out more. And the teacher was more chill. Anyway. Because not all kids go to summer school, and some kids. Anyway. This is great.
Bro, I was still like 3 times in that and
Nah, they don't use.
Alright, let me read this thing.
Can't do that.
So. You need to stand up.
Yeah, I mean.
Dylan, do you need to stand up?
No.
Okay, what?
He's probably playing loud.
We started playing the game.
You're probably playing that game where you're about to get in trouble if you don't get quiet. Alright, well, anyway, let me read the things. Alright, so.
Literally just that my.
Oh, I know what that means.
What do you do?
Yeah.
What do you do?
What are you doing right now, talking, whenever you just got in trouble for talking, quiet?
Going to school up there.
Tell me about it later, or raise your hand and tell me about it. Let me read the answer to the thing, my brain is gonna explode if one more person asks me to help them with something, and then they constantly make noise while I'm trying to read it.
Constant day.
Stand up. No, it's too late, come on. You promise to be quiet until break? Alright, you better be quiet until break. If you make any more noise in the next 8 minutes, you're gonna be standing through break until meditation time. You're making noise right now.
This 5 is backwards. Okay, so we went from page 9 to page 46 in the same house. I'm just picking on a
I
piece of.
hear you, man. Alright, stand up.
Red.
Come on, you're about to join in.
I guess so.
Se vai pouco, vou ler. Actually, but it's good.
Alright, then rest, let them rest.
So,
Alright,
I have like,
alright, hold on, stand over there. Stand over there. Stand over there. You can stand over there for like a minute. You can stand over there throughout. Alright, you're gonna stand over there for 2 minutes.
I think it's not cool.
3 minutes.
No.
4.
Yes.
Alright, until break time.
Why?
Okay, no break.
Last week.
It's your last chance. I'm not really gonna take your break away unless you're quiet. Alright.
The problem with the teeth touch is that you can pass got into pass it on someone else. But nobody even went for it. Me, so I knew I was going to be stuck
I think for the first one, instead of saying go to the moon, to make it more clear, just say the first mission orbit the moon. So they put it, they orbit the land. Alright, I'm gonna read it that way.
in Florida. So that took care of that problem.
Use the one.
One point is after school, generally, it's that.
Alright, just write a little bit more for the other ones. You can say that they almost landed on the moon, but didn't land on the moon. It's in the post. Well, what it says they even came within 14 kilometers of the moon's surface, but didn't land.
And the team
It'd be kind of annoying if you were like one of the guys who was on it and you were like, man, I could land right now and I could be the first man on the moon. But because my boss says I gotta let Neil Armstrong do it in 6 months, I guess I gotta come home. So I'm right here. Yeah, just say they almost landed,
So whenever.
but you could say 14 kilometers, 14 km.
No.
14 km from the surface.
One out of 3 in the.
Alright, Tony. Yes, yes.
Right here.
Now. Three sixes.
We're on the Costco.
Man, you really like that.
They wanted to put on the bottom to put on.
Guys, it's that one with it. The word in yellow. That's what it's in.
If you need like a verb, say follow Tim was 14 kilometers away from us.
I don't think they know.
Yes, we just like. It's here, because where you have Apollo 10, 14 kilometers away, it doesn't really make sense. Fine, yeah. Not that-
Aaron, I'm being serious. Jimmy, what are you doing?
You guys gotta chill out. Okay.
No, it's not. You're purposely doing.
Just now. Oh, wrong, baby, I think.
All right, let me just write down one number. Ask.